Hey everyone, welcome back. So before we continue, just going to go into temper here. All right, you want to equip this one here. This is pretty much just adding power whenever you're tempered, so it'll increase attack power, which is great. We have a long path ahead of us, so bear with me on this. All right, first up, we're going to come in, we're going to take out these guys here. All right, there's a few of these guys over here. They'll spit light at you, so just be careful of that. We have clams, relatively easy. I'll come back to him in a second. Couple of items over here. Or an item over here. Alright. Get rid of him. Probably helps if I lock on. There we go. Right. Buddy. Did not even see you there. Alright. We have a bird. I'm going to come through this way. I'm just going up this path a little bit to clear all the items sort of thing. Alright, coming up here you'll see a baby clam. And a little yellow item right over here. We're not going to go near it. Instead, what we're going to do is just chuck a knife towards it, because that's why. Alright. Come over here, grab the pearl pendant, carry on forward. What did he drop? And a red mercury. Cool. Alright. Now we're pretty much going to go back to where we kicked off on the shrine. About this tree here. Alright, there's sort of a path that splits off behind it, so that's the direction we're going to take. That'll all link up to pretty much where we just were. So we have a couple of baby clams. Alright, we have this big ass clam here. Not as bad as what they look like. You can actually get a clam hat, which is quite cool. I think it's a chance drop. We have a dog around the corner here. And another dog around the corner here. Alright, now you're going to see an explodey dude here. Don't worry about him too much. We're going to run straight past him. And we're going to go for the Lotus Mage over here. Alright. Doubling back to where the explodey dude was. Should be here. Now, you'll notice these trees are a little bit dead and broken. As soon as we grab that item, it's going to break. We're going to go down there, and we're going to encounter our final bow demon. So, we're going to temper. Grab the item. Fall down. In fact, I'm going to pop on that spell. Close quarters, you can sort of take a lot of damage here, so just be careful. Cool. So that should be your final demon, which would pop your trophy. Alright. Grab all items around you. Brilliant red feather. Screw it, we may as well carry on. Alright, and going back up the same path that we came from. Is this a dude? No, it's a rock. Ha! I was like, do I rest? Do I check to see if I can get a weapon upgrade? Pretty sure we can upgrade our weapon, but that is fine. We'll just grab that next time we're at a shrine. So continuing on here, we have a whole bunch of those Lotus Mages. I don't know if that's what they're called, I just made that up, but it seems to fit. Oop. Come on this way, pick up the item. Item over here. We have a Lotus Mage directly ahead of us, but we're also going to take out this guy here. This one you're likely to push off the edge. Unless you do that. If you do, it's no biggie. He won't die, but we'll be going down there to explore it just in a second. Alright, we have this dude. We have another dude. What did he drop? Mercury and another one? Sweet. Right, come down here. Grab the radiant red feather. Now, pretty much this is progression. One of these ways is progression. Must be down here. We'll be following that path in a second. From here, we're just coming down. You want to attack these 2 enemies here. 3 enemies here, my bad. Alright, we have a yellow item, which is a benediction. Now, pretty much you can carry on with progression here. What I'm doing now is just linking up the area so you know we've explored all options. Oh, baby clams. I actually think there's an item around the corner here too. There is. One. Oh, there's 2 items. So pretty much jumping off here, you wouldn't be able to see it, but like down this path, just up in the right-hand corner there, that's where we fought the hidden giant clam. So we threw a knife at it and killed it. Just linking up the areas for us. Baby clam. Oh, rude baby clam. Alright, moving on forward. Now, from here, I'd recommend going up the slope. Alright, we will kick down a shortcut back to the shrine. And this will be pretty much our main shortcut into the area. So, yeah, may as well rest because it's not like we're going to encounter any of that crap anymore. Also, I want to see if I can upgrade my weapon. Pretty sure I can. Hey, look at that. Awesome. Also put 1 more point into something, which I feel like would be better suited over here. Cool. Resting, get our tempering back. We have a lot of winding pathways and stuff, and we're not going to hit another shrine for a while. Heaps of shortcuts, but not new shrines. If you can hear snoring, I apologize. My dogs are just out to it. We're going to come along the top here. Alright, we should have one of those blight dudes. Alright, we got Glut's token. And over here on the ground, we have Matchstick's token, which tells me that that thing killed them both in search of food. So, kind of sad tale there, but it's what it is. Alright, we have this dude here. These guys can be real hearty, so just be careful. What do you drop? Feather pearl. Pick up the soul grass. Coming around the corner here. Alright, we have a bird right here. I'm going to use this as like a marker, so we'll get that on our way back. Come up here, grab the item. Drop down. Alright, we have a dude on the ground over here. Now, tricky part, there's actually going to be a bambooling pop-up right about where my head is. There's also an exploding dude there, okay? So you just want to do this really carefully. A lot of the times I die here. We're going to run back. Take this guy out. And may as well aggro this dude while we can. Don't mind about the damage, that's fine. Right, so once he's dealt with, we're going to come over to this little stump here, and we're going to follow the invisible path. It gets me every time because it just freaks me out. Alright, once you come to the big gap, we're just going to make the long walk over here. We're going to make our way to this, and there's a floating treasure box here. Now, it's quite possible I'm missing something here, but I went over there and I can't seem to find a direction to go. So, I'm ignoring that for now. Otherwise, just follow the stones back. Grab the item on the ground. You can hear a bird somewhere. That's that same bird that I left as a marker. Alright, drop off the stump. We're going to go to our right. We have this dude. And coming up, this is that bird that I left as a marker. But didn't miss much in between. Grab the item. Now, this particular one will make you fall to your death, and you know that by when you go up. It doesn't break when you grab the item. Alright, you just want to come back down here, and it'll fall in a second. There we go. Grab the item. Now, these guys can be kind of difficult, so we're going to temper. We're going to sort of bring them into the doorway here. And then we're just going to attack them from the doorway. Cool. Fighting two of those guys in open spaces is really hard. Make sure you grab the secret letter. That'll come up probably next episode, but we don't want to give it to whoever it's supposed to go to. Alright, popping out here. We have an item. As well as a shortcut. So this will take us back to where we dropped down on that broken branch. Above us there was the bird that I left as a marker. So interesting little shortcut. It will skip out a lot of the bullcrap in between. We have an elite enemy here. Nice. Item. I always think there's a secret path down there, but there is not. Alright, now this area. This can be a horrible area. What we're going to do is switch out for Mind Lotus Seeds. Alright, and going into this area, we're going to take a fixed origin pill just to boost. Where is fixed origin pills? They're there. Just to boost status effect resistance. Alternatively, I believe there's something you can take that'll decrease despair build up as well, but that's fine. So pretty much we're ignoring all enemies, all items in this thing until we get to kill this guy in front of us, right? So we're just going to take the path, run as fast as you can. If you see that despair building up too much, just take a pill. We're going to avoid the boulder and this guy here. We're just going to run up the path. Right, we're coming up on a Lotus Mage. So he should be, if he's not down here, he'll be just up the ramp there. Alright, so make sure you take him out. If he's not down the bottom, come up the top here. Just here, and he should be standing here. Okay. Now we're going for the Despair Mage thing. So, take a pill, or if it's just naturally run out like mine, that's absolutely fine. We're going to jump down here. We're going to come to the right and drop down. There's an item on one of these drop downs, so just grab that as you go. Alright, we're going to take a pill. Run towards him. We're going to smack the crap out of him. Alright. With him out the way, we can now explore the rest of the area. This particular part in this area just, oh my god, man. The first time I played it, I was like, cool, avoiding this area for the rest of the game. I also missed out on a sword upgrade by doing that, so don't miss this part in the game. Be careful here. There's a guy up there that will shoot like a spell at you. It will pretty much kill you with despair. Or it'll build up despair at least. Okay. We're going to totally ignore him for the moment. Grab the feathered pearl. Coming up the ramp here. Alright, baby clam, we have him standing right here, ready to attack us. Now, most of the time I knock him off the ledge anyways. Can you not? Apparently he didn't want to be knocked off the ledge, that's fine. Jump on down. Alright, this thing here is a giant pearl. So we throw a knife at it. There we go. And behind it we have some mercury. Oh damn. Oh, I used the wrong thing. That's fine. Where's that baby clam? Seriously, where'd it go? Okay, that's fine. Maybe it jumped on out after us and ended up dying. Alright, and coming up at the top here, we're just going to backtrack through the area just to grab a couple of items that we missed. So, when you jump down, go to the left. Alright, you'll see we are right back to where we fought the Lotus Mage. So we have this item behind the pots. Should have a couple of coffin dudes show up. Where's the other one? Must be that way. We have Mind Lotus Seeds and we have the coffin dude here. Right. Pretty much at the entrance now. However, if we take a sharp turn over here, there's going to be an enemy drop down behind us on our way back. Don't worry too much about that. Grab the soul grass. Two hits and he's gone. So yeah, area cleared out. That is a horrible area. Up the ramp. Where am I going? It's this way. Alright, and this is where we dropped out of that other place. So, there's no path to the... Oh, no, this is what I was thinking. There's a path to the left, but there's nothing there, so that's fine. No drop downs. Alright, we have a chest over here and an enemy. Take out the enemy first, because otherwise he can be a bit of a pain in the ass. Stop that. Grab the chest. Rain pendant. What the hell does that do? Increases potency of all spells while below a certain HP threshold. Yeah. Not my cup of tea, but it might work for some people. Over here we have the white-robed elder.
I shall fight till my last breath. Your timing is impeccable. Your timing is impeccable.
Alright, he doesn't have much to say. We will come through here. This is a little township. A trap to be wary of, and a couple of enemies. So we're just going to run past this item and head first into a baby clam, apparently. Awesome. Alright, coming through the village here. We have a dude in the nest. Alright, we have this guy here. Grab the item. You can actually talk to this hut here. Cool. Alright, and instead of going forward, we're actually going to run straight into this hut. Alright, there's going to be a trap drop down. And that will obviously fall down over there. Now, this ladder here will lead directly to the last shrine we rested at. So you'll climb up a ladder, and then you'll climb up a second ladder, which is this one, and we'll be back here. Directly opposite that, we have a Lotus Mage. Now, if we push him off, that's not such a big deal. He'll die. Grab the Radiant Red Feather. Grab the Mercury. Now we're just going to keep following the main path. Item on the ground. Alright, now this is a kind of interesting one. So you want to just run in here a little bit. There's going to be two birds that sweep down. Alright, we're going to let them fight it out, because fighting two birds is a pain in the ass. Fighting two of those other monsters, big pain in the ass. Fighting them after they've sort of damaged each other is absolutely fine. There we go. Alright, so the main reason we came over here is to grab the bronze armor. Now this is something we'll be giving Wuchang. Definitely tied to him for his trophy, so grab that. Now we're going to come back over to the ladder here and go up. Did I just miss an item? Nope, it was just a shiny reflection. Fiery dagger. Alright, follow this path here. Alright, we should have a whole bunch of crying dudes. There's a bambooling over here that just popped out, so if you don't grab him, like I just missed, absolutely fine. We're coming back here to talk to the white-robed elder later. Follow up to this path if you want. It leads to a big, wide open area. Nothing there at the moment, so don't worry about that too much. Coming over here, alright, we have item. We have a shortcut too. Now, if you take this shortcut, this is going to lead back to a shrine. In fact, we may as well do that quickly and grab that bambooling, because otherwise I will forget. So there you go. This is where we talked to the red lady originally. Alright, if we rest. Alright, where is that bambooling? Right there. Come here, you bastard. Thank you. Right, continue on with the main path. There's a bird just up here. So you grab him. Let these guys fight it out if you want. I'm a little bit too impatient for that at the moment, so take out these three. Alright, cool. We're going to come down the ladder here. There's two enemies down here. You want to prioritize the little one rather than the big one. This one here. Alright, come over to here. I think this is an elite version. Seems to have a glowing red pattern to his eyes. Ah, red Mercury was an elite enemy. Very nice. Come over here, grab the gourd upgrade. Alright, we're going to follow the path again. And we're going to come to the left here, just at this little outpost thing. Drop down. Grab the item. I don't know where the bird is. Drop down again. There's an enemy behind us. Alright, we have a chest on the ground. With a benediction. I always forget what those things are called. Cool. Go up the ladder. This will take us pretty much right next to where we dropped down. So yeah, the drop down was about here. Where is that goddamn bird? Yeah. We have two of these guys. Not a huge challenge. There's an archer and a melee one. We'll take out the melee one first. Oh, took them both out. Nice. Alright, this pathway will lead or connect pretty much straight after the boss fight, so don't need to worry there. We could have come here from a different direction much earlier. This is just the path of least resistance, and we get to explore a cool area in between. So, follow this path. Alright, we're going to come down here for a spell. Alright, make sure you grab that. Now, coming down here, this is the entrance to the boss arena. So don't go through there just yet. There's a few things I want to go over, and I'll save that for next episode. But grab the soft brush, come over this way, grab the divination presence, kick down that. We're going to level up, and that'll be pretty much it for the episode. So again, this takes us straight back to the shrine we just got a shortcut to over there. Again, Red Lady was just over here when we last spoke to her. Okay. 4 levels. We'll make temperance a thing when we get maddened. It is, what, 50% faster to add temperance to your weapon? Did I finish up the last slots? I did not. That's fine. I feel like I've missed a remembrance somewhere. I will go through my notes and make sure that I go back and grab that. Interesting. So I should have 9 all up. Oh no, I have 9. I will reference that and make sure that I've done that right, but I'm pretty sure that was status, we don't want that. Pretty sure I picked up all of them as I went. Now we can go back to Wuchang and hand over the bronze armor. Not too bothered about that at this stage. For the moment, I just want to get through this next boss fight. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. I'll see you here next time for more Wuchang.